Good morning, everybody. This is Kim Danke coming to you live from the Shibby Studios in Kennesaw, Georgia. Today is Wednesday, June 30th, 2021, and we are on day 181. 181 of the 2021 edition of the Game of Life. I'm about to start our countdown tomorrow. I'm going to count us down to the end of the year tomorrow because we've had this uphill thing to the midway point of the year, and now we are headed to the end of the year. So I hope that you play with me. It's a time again for me to call people off the bench if you have not been playing this game along with us. When you hop on this morning, please say good morning and what type of day you're having and where you're from. Hey, Colleen, good morning. Having a perfect day. And Diane, having an IMF day. Michelle, IMF day. And Shanda, having a perfect day. I was trying something different today, y'all. I was trying not to read the names, but I just try to do things different times. I don't know about you, but do y'all ever have those times where you go through these little cycles of not wanting to get up, not wanting to do the things, all the extra things? I'm not wanting to get up right now. That's why I'm a little later than normal, because I am just wanting to stay in the bed. But it's not going to happen because people tell me that nobody else does this, but I don't know if other people might do this or not. I don't know. My son works at Whitewater, and I get up and make his breakfast and his lunch every day before he goes off to work. And I'm not trying to be controlling, but he works 12-hour days, and that's the only time I actually get to see him. Really, because then he comes home or maybe goes out and does something with friends, and so it's my time to spend with him. But that's one thing that makes me tired is that I get up so early. Good morning, Kathy from Michigan, having a perfect day. Elizabeth, Marietta, Georgia, playing on a perfect day. Awesome, that's wonderful. Good. Hey, Julie, good morning. And Brenda, IMF day from Saudi Daisy. Good morning, Ron. Okay, awesome, Shanda, awesome. I kind of feel like I went into elementary school mom because when he worked, his very last year of high school, he didn't go to school. He did it virtually. So I didn't make a whole bunch of breakfast because he just woke up, went to school. When they gave him a break, he got up, kind of came downstairs, made himself something. But as soon as he had to go off somewhere and needed to take a lunch, I do it too. Okay, awesome. I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one that does this stuff. Good morning, Jessica from LJ, having a perfect day. Diane, if you can't hear me, check the little speaker. See if there's an X next to the little speaker, okay? Sometimes you have to hit the little top left-hand caret button, and it'll take you out and then back in. Good morning, Diane. Thank you. This is one of my favorite necklaces. Thank you, Diane. And she's going to have a perfect day, and she just shared. The share button is in the bottom left-hand corner. Just hit it and send it out. Okay, awesome, Colleen. Thank you. Julie's having a perfect day in Ackworth, Georgia. Sharon from Hickson, Tennessee, hoping for a perfect day. Hoping. Explain that, Sharon. Explain that. Kathy is having a perfect day. Good morning. Charlene from Michigan having a perfect day. And Kathy from Santa Fe, Tennessee. The one reason I have y'all tell where you're from is you might make a connection on here. Someone in your town that could be your Shibboleth buddy that you could do this with if you don't already have one, okay? Some of y'all might have one. So I am going to look at my little notes the other day. I went to a luncheon on Monday, and a guy spoke, and he was a really great inspirational speaker. It's the second time I've heard him this year. But I never mind hearing things over again that are funny and enjoyable. And one of the things that what he was talking about was he did the Lion King scene where Rafiki, the baboon, hits Simba on the head, and Simba says, "Oh, why'd you do that?" And then a second later, Rafiki swings at him again, but Simba ducks. He's talking about learning from our own mistakes. So to learn from our own mistakes, but then he changed the topic and went into, but let's do something even better and learn from the mistakes of others. And I agree with that so much. You know, it's better to not be stubborn and be willing to change so that we don't have those same mistakes. So I thought that was a really great scene that he talked about. Okay, Sharon. Okay, what you gonna do? What can Sharon do in the evening hours to not struggle? First of all, I'm gonna show you this picture I took a couple of weeks ago when I was out at a store. And if it's evening time, this is what I want you to do. It says, go to bed, no problema. Go to bed, no problema. Go to bed, Sharon. I mean, even if it's at 7 o'clock, even if it's at 7, just get all tucked up in that bed. And I don't know if you've got a TV in there or not, but you can watch TV, look at your phone. You can do whatever you want to, or go to sleep. You could read. Just get in the bed. Break up the pattern of whatever is going on at night. Go for a walk. If it's because you watch television, don't watch it. Do something different. Just break the pattern. Hey, Polly, good morning. Perfect day in Dalton. Okay, awesome. Diane, good. Hey, Sherry from Amro, Wisconsin. Awesome. I hadn't known that part of it yet. Awesome, Sherry. Glad you're with us. Thank you for sharing, Diane. Good morning, Jonathan. Jonathan's having an IMF day. Hey, Erica, good morning. Wichita, Kansas. I'm going to have an IMF day and do a WOW challenge. Awesome. Yes, Sharon, you got this. Wendy says, brush your teeth. Diane says, drink water with lemon. Sharon says, break the pattern. Yes, break the pattern. Even if you have to go to bed early for a couple of nights, just do it. It's worth it. And you could get some extra rest too, which is also worth it. Hey, good morning, Patricia Hurt from Marietta, Georgia, doing the WOW Brand Crisps #2 today. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So then this guy, and I talked about some of this the other night in class, but he was talking about risk, and he said, think about the risk that we take to do things. What's the risk if you don't do this? So let's say that you have found Shibboleth, and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to spend time with them. No, we hope you do. I don't know if I want to break my patterns. But see, we need to break some patterns. If the patterns are keeping us in a rut, we've got to break those patterns. So you have to ask yourself, if you're not a member. If you're a member, we know that you love this lifestyle, because if you started doing it, you love it. But you have to ask yourself, what's the risk if you don't do this? What's the risk if you don't do this? A lot of damage can be done. If you'll just take a little bit of time and learn this, you got it. You got it. You can change your life. We are a life improvement ministry, and not just in the area of weight loss. I'm telling you, if you'll do that part, your life can improve in so many different areas. The next thing he was talking about was sharpening your axe. You know, if you go out to cut down a tree and you're starting on that tree with a sharp axe, all right? You're starting Shibboleth and Fast Track. You know what to do. And then you're chopping away at that tree. You're living the lifestyle. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're just not getting it as much. You're not getting it. Well, that's the axe has become dull. That tree isn't going to fall over as quickly as possible. He's got to go take the time to sharpen his axe to speed up the job. So if that's you, if you have lost some of your motivation, you got to take the time to engage with us, redo Fast Track if you need to. And see, these things are commitments that you make to yourself. If you say one week, I'm going to watch Fast Track every night at 7:30 and just rehear this whole thing, you know what? Then do it. But you're making a commitment to yourself to do that, all right? Excuse me. So sharpen your axe. And then he talked about Elton John. He had gone on in November, he's going to be married 40 years. But he had renewed his vows with his wife and all of his kids and grandkids and stuff after 25 years out in Las Vegas at the Little White Chapel, he said. So they went out there and had fun and renewed their vows. Well, he said that he had tickets for Elton John. And he walked by this venue and he heard somebody singing in this venue. And he went over to open the door. And he was going to open the door and he was going to look in. And the police officer came over and he goes, "You can't go in there." And the guy says, "Why?" And he says, "Well, Elton John is rehearsing." And he said, "Think about that. Elton John, who has sang the songs that he sings thousands and thousands and thousands of times, was rehearsing." And so the guy asked the police officer, "How often does he rehearse?" And he says 90 minutes on every day that he's got a show. So if you think about the work ethic of Elton John, even though he knows what to do every day, he practices just to make sure he gets it right. So we need to practice daily, practice having that perfect meal, practice finding a new freebie if we need those freebies, practice having a new recipe on the weekend. You know, he practices. We get to practice in different ways, but we got to put this into practice. And he performs well, and it's a great show, and people enjoy what he does. And then let's think about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. So the same guy said that he was allowed to go see Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls practice. He went up there to practice. They said, be in the stadium by 8:30. They come out at 9. Well, they actually got at the stadium at 8. And at 8:05, they hear a basketball bouncing. Guess who's walking out? Michael Jordan. Didn't have to be out till 9. Walking out at 8. And then they stretched him until 8:30. They stretched him for 30 minutes to prepare for practice. Okay? And then the rest of the guys came out around 9. And then after practice was over, Michael Jordan stayed out and helped some other people with some other things. So this is the type of work ethic and practice that you might need to apply. Now, if you have a full-time job, which many of us do, this might be revolved around just helping yourself and the people in your family. That's fine. You may even be able to help some people at work too with just the chat that goes on at work. But you don't have to, do all of that extra stuff. You've already got work to do. At least do all the parts that helps you be successful. Okay? Because when you're successful, other people see it. And when other people see it, you make a ripple effect. They see that they could do it too. And then he said, everyone else is facing these challenges. So he's talking about challenges that people face, and he just said everybody else is facing the same challenges. But he was talking about 2 sailing ships, not motorized ships, 2 sailing ships one was going east and one was going west, and they were both sailing in the same wind, going different directions. He said that it's really just based on how you set your sail. How are you going to set your sail in moving forward and what you need to move forward in? And then the last thing that he said that I really liked was, don't grow old. Now, what that means is keep learning. Keep learning, keep doing things, stay involved. Don't grow old. As soon as you start sitting there and letting yourself grow old, you grow old. But we don't want to grow old. So you stay in touch with Shibboleth. You watch the Shibby show. You participate in challenges if you like or need challenges. You do what works best for you, but whatever you do, be resolute. Resolute means determined. It means, oh my goodness, I haven't said it in a while, so I have forgotten what I said. Purposefully determined. Admirably determined and unwavering. Be resolute. You are going to do this. Now, it's not a resolution. You're setting yourself as a resolute person that's going to do this no matter what. Yes. Yes, and Jonathan says, I went to bed so early in the beginning. LOL. It gets easier every day. Soon you won't even think about snacking. Yes. Now, Sharon is not new. So Sharon needs to, right? You're not new, Sharon, right? So Sharon, what I'm thinking is, even like when we're new, we do those things. But even if we find that we need to do those things to get our resoluteness back, then we do them. Diane says to eat more protein during the day. That's a great idea. Sharon, looking forward to our Saudi Daisy Shibboleth makeover. Thanks, Brenda Hale. That's awesome. Getting them together again. That's awesome. Back from vacation and back on the planet. Hey, Helen. Glad you're back on the planet. That's awesome. Good morning, Patty Bass, Murray County, Tennessee. And axe has become dull, lost motivation, commitment to self. Yep, let's sharpen that axe, Sharon. You can do it. You can do it. And you know what? It's actually fun to sharpen that axe. So go into the video library and find a little series of videos that you want to watch, okay? Good morning, Gina. Last day of detox with Jason, IMF. Perfect day. Oh, you're welcome, Gina. I love it. Thank you. I enjoyed your interview last night. You and Patricia, y'all did a great job. It was just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So thank you for being willing to do that. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Amy from Ohio. Having a wow day. And let's see. Gina says, like starting your day with Kim Dankey to get your mind and heart right for the day. That's awesome. And resolute. Yes, a house not lived in crumbles. Oh, that's true. That is so true. Keep moving and living. Awesome. Tammy King's having a perfect day. And yes, it was a great interview. Thank you, Patty, for saying that. All right. Well, we're going to hop off. Let's see what's going on Planet Shibboleth today. 10-day detox roundup with Jason at noon, if you are doing that. Jim is doing a grocery store tour tonight. Oh, no, that was yesterday. Same thing with the detox. And then fast track tonight at 7:30. And then Jason is doing how I overcame food addiction and lost weight tonight at 8:30. So Patty Bass calls these parties, and somebody else, Patty, picked up your word last night and said that. I think it was Michelle Lytle, and I think that is so cute. So y'all come to the parties tonight, 7:30 and at 8:30. Oh, and with Jason at noon for the detox. All right, y'all have a great day. Go and journal. You determine your day. Your day does not determine you. And if you're watching this at nighttime, put that down. Go find something else to do. Okay, I'll see y'all later. I ended on a weird way to say a word. Bye, everybody.